It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I want to start off by saying thank you very much to Mark for this beer. This beer looks absolutely fantastic. It's 14% ABV. It's in a 750 milliliter bottle. Look at it. It's a barrel-aged Belgian quad. Bottle number 141. It was date bottled on the 24th of the 11th. Christmas Eve 2021. Burnside Brewery, made in Aberdeenshire. I've never had anything from Burnside Brewery before. But I tell you what, I cannot wait to try some. Cannot wait to try some of this. So yeah, a massive thank you to Mark, who contacted the channel. He's a keen viewer of the channel, and he said, look, I want you to try this beer. I've been waiting for the right moment to open up a 14% ABV beer. I mean it's 8 minutes past 10 on the clock AM. Well, why not, eh? This is as good a time as ever to open up a beer of this magnitude. Oh, don't do this to me. Yeah, it's done it to me. Right, what am I going to do here now? Get the Rambo knife out. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. I managed to get it. Blooming heck. Oh. Right. Carry on with the Rambo knife. Oh. There we go. Right. They are, they've got the Seba. Got a Seba cap on there. That was worth waiting for, wasn't it? So without further ado then, let's get this beer out into a glass. We'll get, look at that. Look at that carbonation on the neck. So it's called Steep Grade. Steep Grade. Here we go. Should we have a big glass of this? No messing about on the Real Ale Craft Beer channel. Look at that. Have a listen. So that head is going to naturally want to dissipate away, being 14% ABV. Heads don't generally stay around after, I'd say, 8% ABV. You're going to get a difficulty to try and keep your head on your beer. If you think of Imperial Stout, sometimes you got a thick, creamy head on an Imperial Stout, but 14%, it's, yeah, that's pretty strong to ask for a tight head. So there's no surprise whatsoever then that the head dissipated the way it did. It's a slightly hazy looking, kind of deep amber, almost chestnutty coloured beer. Slow moving carbonation. Let's get the aroma. Oh, wow. It's got the aroma of a Belgian quad. It's also got the aroma of a barley wine. You get the woodiness from the barrel aging. You get the slight maybe oak, if it's indeed an oak wood. Caramel, vanilla, raisin. Smells really good. Should we dive in? Cheers, everybody. wow. Oh, that is fantastic. I nearly said fabulous, but right at the last minute I changed it to fabulous. Fantastic, fabulous. Unbelievable beer. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. Rich, creamy depth to the mouthfeel. Oh, plum, fig, prune, biscuity, bready, toffee flavours, vanilla, more toffee, little bit of a, oh, I love this bit. Oh, this is fantastic. Right now, what I'm experiencing right now is a warming sensation in the back of my throat here. It's warming the inside of my throat. It's rolling down into the pit of my stomach. And I can just feel that warming sensation from the alcohol, that 14% ABV. Blimey, that is warming me from the inside out. That is just tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Cool. The flavours. I'm still getting that warming sensation in the neck there. But there's raisin, there's still coming through now. There's toffee flavours that are still lingering on my palate now. Some oakiness, some woodiness, some breadiness. Wow. That is just, there's so much quality to this beer. So much quality to this beer. With it being 14% ABV, I know some wines are 14% ABV and most wine bottles are 750 millilitres. So I probably, if it was a dark, cold winter's night and Mel had gone to visit a friend and I was home alone, I would probably put a film on, a movie or something, a classic movie that I love, and just sit in the chair, just helping myself to little kind of glugs of this beer in the glass and just drinking the whole bottle nice and quietly to myself. I could see myself doing that. But equally, I could see myself sharing this with friends and family. I'm pretty sure my dad would absolutely love to be sitting at my bar out there chatting away over a couple of glasses of this. I'm pretty sure he would really appreciate the quality of this beer. So it's definitely a sharing beer. I think being the year 2022, when I first started in 2010, certainly for my friends and family, if I bought something like this or if I was sent something like this and I would kind of open that back then my family and friends wouldn't get it. They wouldn't get that I'm talking about a great beer and discussing a great beer. But there's so many kind of great beers out there now, and there's so many great craft brewers that it's almost become, well, it's become acceptable to now talk about beer and the depths of beer and the flavours of beer and discuss it. It's a thing now. It's taken a long time. It's definitely taken a long time, but beer is definitely has that kind of level of quality where you can kind of discuss a good bottle of beer. The amount of flavours coming from this beer is just, it's majestic. It's absolutely majestic. Oh, the body is incredible, but it's still drinkable. It's still drinkable. It's nutty, it's biscuity, it's bready. Plum, fig, prune coming through on the back end. There's vanilla, there's oak, there's a woodiness, there's a pardon me, there's a little bit of whiskey or some kind of alcohol in here from the barrel, because of course the whiskey soaks into the barrels, and then when you pour beer into an empty barrel, the the whiskey that's soaked into the wood soaks back into the beer. That's the whole point of barrel aging in the first place. Somebody once told me that if you had a fresh empty barrel that just had whiskey in it, and you filled that empty barrel with water, and you kicked that barrel around, say, the brewery yard for half an hour or so, that water would quickly become a 10 to 12% alcohol kind of water type spirit. It would be that kind of potent. So I say 10 to 12. Yeah, a fresh barrel would do that. So they don't always use fresh barrels. So I'd say that maybe they haven't used a fresh barrel with this. Otherwise, I reckon they probably brewed this beer at about 8%. And the barrel aging process, the whiskey that's made its way back into the beer, has probably added that other 6%. So 8 and 6 is 14%. I think that's where they're getting the ABV from. I think that's how they brewed this beer. I reckon it's definitely about, judging by the mouthfeel, it's definitely about, say, around 8% ABV Belgian style quad. Being a Belgian style quad, you do get that kind of Belgian yeast coming through. You do get that kind of Belgian fruitiness. I was talking earlier about plum and fig and prune. That's coming from the Belgian yeast in the beer. That's coming from maybe a little bit of the kind of Belgian candied fruits or Belgian candied sugars that they add to the beer also. So it's a very, 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 very complex beer. It really is. An unbelievably complex beer. Let's so the ingredients are water, barley, wheat, hops and yeast. There's no artificial colourings, flavourings or preservatives. Suitable for vegans. 14% ABV. Burnside Brewery was established in 2010 as Lauren Kirk's local craft brewery. With the Cairngorms to the west and the North Sea to the east, we draw inspiration from the Scottish landscape when crafting our beers. The fern is an age-old symbol of sincerity, and we hope it will stand as a symbol of a good, honest beer to you. Refreshing, subtle, delicious, unique. Proud to use the finest Scottish malt by Crafty Maltsters. And here is this about steep grades. So inspired by the steepest grades of the Cairn O Mount, just 8 miles from the brewery, this Belgian quad has been aged in barrels from nearby Vatican distillery. These barrels have previously been used for maturing both whiskey and rum, giving this beer an unrivaled depth of flavour. It is terrific. It is a terrific, terrific beer. Terrific beer. I like it. I really like it. I like it enough to give it a Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. Thank you so very much to Mark for sending me this beer. Really, really appreciate it. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.